Roman Reigns allegedly responsible for Solo Sikoa changing faction name. The Street Champion defeated Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship with the help of a returning Tonga Loa and a debuting Tala Tonga. Following that, he revealed that his new faction is called MFT, which stands for My Family Tree. The introduction of the new name prompted fans to wonder whether the Bloodline story had come to an end. Solo Sikoa introduced a new faction to pull away from the Bloodline. When Sikoa claimed leadership of the Bloodline following WrestleMania 40, there was a power struggle between Roman Reigns and him when the OTC returned to the squared circle. In fact, Reigns started going by OTC or YTC, which stands for Original Only Tribal Chief and Your Tribal Chief. After losing the Ula Fala to Reigns, Solo Sikoa took time off WWE TV but returned as a different version of himself. On Not Sam Wrestling, Sam Roberts analyzed the reason behind Sikoa introducing a new faction. As per him, Sikoa is respecting the Bloodline hierarchy and acknowledging that Roman Reigns is at the top of the Bloodline after losing the Ula Fala. Keeping that in mind, he is not claiming leadership of a faction that belongs to Roman Reigns but creating one of his own where he is the king. If the United States Champion decides to completely pull away from the Bloodline story, Roman Reigns might not return to join Jimmy Uso and Jacob Fatu in a fight against MFT. WWE teases return of beloved superstar, and it's probably sooner than you think. WWE Raw got the show started with a series of promos from the show's biggest faction, and it may have teased when we'll finally see the return of one of WWE's biggest superstars. Seth Rollins' unnamed faction wasted no time letting their feelings be known as Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed both delivered fiery promos before Rollins could even speak. After they had their chance on the microphone, it was time for Paul Heyman to get some shine, and that's when Heyman issued a bold challenge that tees up the return of a beloved superstar to the ring. That beloved superstar is none other than the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, who hasn't been seen in WWE since the Raw after WrestleMania 41. WrestleMania 41 saw Reigns betrayed by his former Wiseman Heyman, which was actually Heyman's second betrayal of the match. Heyman had already turned on his best friend CM Punk, and it was revealed that he had aligned with Seth Rollins over both of his former allies. On the following Monday Night Raw, Reigns and Punk both came to the painful realization that Rollins wasn't alone, as he had recruited the deadly Bron Breakker to be a part of his new vision, and we haven't seen Reigns since. Reigns' return imminent. So the question is, when will we see Reigns back in WWE? Heyman gave us a tease that it could be sooner than later with his statement on Raw. When the crowd chanted for Reigns, Heyman said, "Let's be honest here, Roman Reigns doesn't have the balls to come back and step up against us." The crowd then started chanting OTC, but Heyman had an answer for that as well, saying the OTC is MIA, and after tonight, Jey Uso will be MIA. That's because Reed would face Jey later in the show, and if Breakker's clash with Sami Zayn was anything to go by, it was not going to go great for the former heavyweight champion. As for Reigns' return date, there are two clear options here. The first is that he returns this weekend at Saturday night's main event, and if he does, it would most likely be during the match between Rollins and LA Knight. Reigns would love to get some payback on Rollins and cost him a win, though there is one other big possibility. Rollins has the Money in the Bank briefcase currently, and he could attempt to cash in on Gunther during his match with Goldberg. If he does, I'd expect a returning Reigns to keep that from happening, costing Rollins his chance at title gold. If Reigns doesn't return at Saturday night's main event, then the other clear return date would be SummerSlam. Reigns could return to cost Rollins his chance at a cash-in, or just to inflict some pain on Rollins, which would give Punk a chance to get involved as well. If Reigns were to return at Saturday night's main event though, he would have time to set up a match for SummerSlam, which is something most would love to see. Whether or not it happens this weekend remains to be seen, but with a card that already includes a mainstream draw like Gunther vs Goldberg, it would certainly boost the attention of Saturday night's main event even further with a Reigns return. You can find the current card for Saturday night's main event below.